Morning, Lily. How are you today?
Exactly the same as I was last week when you asked me.
It's freezing out here today, Lily.
Oh, is it now?
A cuppa would warm me up no end, and a bit of hot drink would warm you up a bit too.
Would it now?
Oh, come on, Lily. Take pity on a poor, cold, weary policeman just doing his job. I just wanted to check that dodgy window you mentioned last time I was here. See, it's not a security risk.
Oh, all right then, I suppose so if you're quick. No smart comments though. I have a system is all. And mind that pile of magazines there. If you knock them over, it'll take me forever to pile them all back up in the right order.
I am being careful, Lily. Should I sit down?
No. Yes. No. Yes. It'll keep you out of harm's way. Well, it'll keep you from messing up my living room anyhow. I know how clumsy you policemen are. Bumping into things, knocking things over and all sorts.
I will be careful, Lily, I promise.
Or going through my things. I haven't done anything wrong, I keep telling you a lot.
My lot?
On the phone. I keep telling them it's not me doing bad things, it's those gangs. Breaking in, threatening me, I'll be murdered in my bed one of these nights, you wait and see.
Well, let me check that window for you.
Oh, stay right where you are. I'll need to clear a path to the kitchen first. In fact, now you're here, you may as well sit for a bit. And I'll make you that cup of tea in a minute. Let me sit for a bit myself and have a bit of a breather. And a quick smoke to calm me nerves. Oh, there now. Would you believe it? I've run out of cigarettes. You don't have one going spare, do you?
I don't smoke, Lily, remember? You're always asking me.
Oh, well, you should take it up. Might help you relax a bit.
But what about your diabetes? You know smoking's no good for that. You don't want your eyesight to keep getting worse, do you?
Well, looking at that concerned look on your face, I'm not so sure. Anyway, I need them for me nerves, see? And to help with my arthritis. Ever so painful, I guess, when it flares up. I can hardly move some days.
I'm not sure smoking does help with that, Lily. In fact...
Do you have arthritis?
Well, no.
And do you smoke?
Well...
You've already said you don't.
Oh, yes, but...
So you don't know what you're talking about, then?
Oh, well, I...
Do you?
Do you smoke in the house a lot, Lily?
Only when I need a cigarette.
Ah.
I have cut down, though.
Oh, that's good.
Had to. With this cold weather, I couldn't get out to the corner shop so much. This dressing gown isn't as warm as it looks, you know.
You go out in your dressing gown?
Well, it's only to the corner shop. It doesn't seem worth the effort of changing just for 5 minutes.
When did you last get dressed, Lily?
Never have a smoke before 11. I always need at least 3 cups of tea in the morning first. Then I'll have a couple in the afternoon, and I save my evening one for bed, just before I put the lights out.
You smoke in bed?
Well, where else am I going to smoke at bedtime?
Oh, Lily, surely you know how dangerous that is.
Not half as dangerous as those gangs I keep telling you about. What are you doing about them? That's what I'd like to know.
We have been keeping an eye out, Lily, but no one else has seen them. Is there no one you can call to maybe come and keep you company for a bit?
There was only my Frank, and he's gone now. No children, as well you know. I've no family left. Just a sister in Australia, and she stopped ringing me a few weeks back.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How come?
Can't trust her.
Can't trust her?
Interfering.
From Australia?
Oh, wanting me to get my affairs in order now that my Frank's gone.
What did she mean by that, do you think?
Oh, she always had her eye on my Frank. I was glad she only visited once every few years for a couple of weeks and then slung her up back to Australia.
Yeah, but what did she mean about getting
Man-eater, that's what she is. Wanting Frank's money, no doubt. I told her, I said, Frank never liked you. You're always far too bossy and loud. Not his type at all. You're not having any of his money, so you can leave me alone.
And you haven't spoken since?
Good riddance to her.
Lily, do you have any other family?
What do I want with family? I only want my Frank, and he's gone. There's only me now.
How about the neighbours? Is there anyone to keep a check on the house? Pop in for a cup of tea or...
Troublemakers, the lot of them. I wouldn't want any one of them poking around in my house. I have a system and I don't want it messed with.
Tell me about your system, Lily.
Books there and there, clean clothes there, clothes for the wash there, magazines there, there and there.
Well, there's lots of things to trip over. I mean, don't you worry that you might fall and hurt yourself?
Oh, and as for that Mr. Hawkins, well, he's the worst of the lot of them. Yelling at me just because a few of my clothes blew over into his back garden. At least I never see the neighbour the other side. Good job, too. Don't even know his name. I don't see why people can't just leave me alone.
Well, people are concerned about you, Lily, worried that you might have an accident at home.
Accident? Nonsense. I'm fit as a fiddle for my age.
Well, you've said you don't see too well these days and you have trouble with your
I
arthritis.
just need my cigarettes and I'm fine.
There's lots of paper lying around, and with you smoking down here and upstairs, there's the risk of causing a fire.
Oh, well, perhaps it'd be a good job if I did go up in smoke. No one would miss me anyhow.
Oh, I'm sure that's not true. I'd miss you. We've known each other a long time.
All I ever get is complaints from people. Here, look at this.
Well, this is from weeks back, Lily.
Well, who do they think they are? I'm not a rat catcher. If the rats like my garden, that's got nothing to do with me. That's nature is what that is.
Environmental health have a duty to get involved, Lily, if something's brought to their attention. It looks like one of your neighbours...
Oh, yes, and we all know which one.
...has contacted them because they've seen rats close to the house. I mean, not only in your garden, but running into theirs.
Well, maybe Mr. Hawkins should tidy his garden up a bit then.
But Lily, it's your garden.
Oh, rubbish.
Well, yeah.
It's persecution is what that is.
Lily, might it help to talk to someone? There's lots of help out there. And
Certainly not.
maybe help you tidy up a bit.
Tidy up a bit? Tidy up a bit? I don't want to tidy up a bit. I'm not having crowds of do-gooders come round and try and throw away my belongings. Everything has a place and a purpose. Sentimental value, memories. You have no idea, you young people these days. I have my system.
Well, Lily, I'm sure
Next thing you'll be wanting me to go and how clean is your house? Show me up in front of the old country.
I'm just trying to help, Lily.
Right. I think I'll go and make that tea now. If you still want a cup, that is.
Well, I can do it if you like, and then I can take a look at that window at the same time.
No, thank you. I've changed my mind. I don't want you poking around in my kitchen, casting aspersions and telling tales on me.
I really don't want to be telling any tales on you, Lily.
I was a headmistress, you know.
Yeah, I know.
In London.
Yeah.
Little Lily, all the way from Wales to London.
That's right.
So I'm not having people poking around in my life, making out that I'm not capable. If my Frank was here now...
Perhaps your Frank would like to see that you're safe and being looked after, Lily. How might you feel about just having a chat with your doctor?
I just need my Frank, that's all. We're all right, me and Frank. We don't need anyone else.
But Lily...
I don't need to see any doctor. There's nothing wrong with me.
But what if you fell over?
Right, well, it's been very nice you visiting and having a cuppa and all.
Well, I haven't actually had one yet.
But I have to get on now, if you don't mind, so...
Oh, right.
Lovely. On you go, then.
Right, well, I'll pop back again tomorrow, Lily, and see how things are going.
Will you now?
Well, if that's all right with you.
Oh... Well, I suppose I can't stop you ringing the doorbell now, can I?
No. Okay then, Lily.